Live from the Fox Studios in Columbia, it's Watch Fox News at 10, local first.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us for Watch Fox News at 10. I'm Kiana Jordan. We are going to start in the weather department tonight with our meteorologist, Will Rowe. Will, you've got some explaining to do.
Well, you know, whenever it's hot and whenever it's humid, you get these storms that go up really quickly and they can drop a lot of rain in a short amount of time. And that's exactly what we saw today. Definitely overperformed what the models were putting out today. Some spots over an inch of rain, like in southern Newberry County and towards the northern part of Saluda County, also over in Clarendon County. There you go. That's good enough. But let's put that behind us. We are expecting more sunshine today, or tomorrow rather, and then storms will start to work in as we head into the end of the work week. But overnight tonight, we are looking mostly quiet, mostly clear skies, comfortable temperatures once again in the low and middle 60s. Then as we head throughout the day tomorrow and even into Monday and Tuesday, we are looking good to go too. Partly cloudy skies, but no rain is in the forecast. But we will be trending a little bit warmer, making it back to near 90 degrees. We'll talk about those rain chances coming up in just a little bit.
Well, authorities have identified the woman killed in a shooting at her home on Haygood Road in Blythewood on Monday as 70-year-old Maria Canales. Now, according to the Richland County Sheriff's Department, on Monday around 5 in the evening, a man named Fred Gause opened fire from the passenger window of a car, shooting toward a home on Haygood Road in Blythewood, while 70-year-old Maria Canales was on her porch. Now, deputies say he then walked up the steps and fired into the home, killing the woman and injuring a man neighbors say was her son. A victim's advocate confirmed during Gause's bond hearing that the other victim was still in the hospital as of Wednesday. Now, Gause will remain behind bars until another bond hearing in General Sessions Court. And Richland County Coroner Nada Rutherford also identifying another woman killed in a shooting on September 14th at a hotel on Two Notch Road as 30-year-old Zakia Ali. Now, according to deputies, 33-year-old Jerry Williams shot Ali during an argument. Deputies say they responded to 8310 Two Notch Road in response to a call of a shooting that Sunday around 6 in the evening. Now, when deputies arrived, they found Ali shot in the upper body. She was taken to the hospital where she died. And now authorities say 3 people, Jerome Green, Maxine Green, and Winnie Carroll, are facing charges of trafficking more than 700 grams of fentanyl. The Aiken County and Richmond County Sheriff's offices teamed up to investigate. Authorities say on Thursday, the Aiken County Sheriff's Office searched a home on the 1000 block of Georgia Avenue in North Augusta. According to authorities, Richmond County Sheriff's Office and the DEA had been investigating Jerome Green for months before the search. Now, Green is being held in Columbia County and will be extradited to Aiken County. And Saturday morning, Kershaw County Fire Services answering somewhat of an unusual call for help. Now, authorities say a horse was stuck in a pond. The call for help came in around 8 in the morning, and fire crews say the horse was trapped in mud and water. It took Kershaw County Fire Service, Animal Control, and the Camden Fire Department to free the horse with large animal rescue equipment, including ropes and a large animal rescue harness. Now, officials say the horse was examined by a veterinarian on scene and reported no complications. Well, a teaching assistant at West Florence High School is facing charges after authorities say he caused a mysterious and disruptive odor at the school for weeks. 32-year-old Alexander Lewis was arrested Friday. Today he appeared in court, and Alexis Cooper from our sister station tells us more.
32-year-old Alexander Lewis is charged with disturbing schools and malicious injury to property. Deputies say Lewis, a teaching assistant at West Florence High School, used a spray he bought online to mimic the smell of feces. Investigators believe he sprayed it multiple times between August 25th and September 19th, disrupting classes, triggering health issues, and costing the district nearly $55,000 in inspections and air conditioning damages.
The charges, sir, are going to be returnable to 2 different courts. The malicious injury to personal property charge is going to be returnable to General Sessions Court on November the 19th at 9 o'clock. The bond for that charge is going to be $8,000. That is a surety bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. The bond for the interfering with schools is going to be returnable to Florence Magistrates Court on October the 15th at 10 o'clock. And the bond for that is $1,090. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Lewis's total bond was set at just over $9,000. For weeks, students and staff reported headaches, nausea, and dizziness from what they described as a strong gas-like smell. We talked to several parents over the course of several weeks, this one sharing health concerns.
My son has been, his asthma has been triggered multiple times because of this, and I've had him taken to the doctor 3 times.
Back in August, the district sent out an email to parents saying West Florence High School's gas lines, propane systems, and air quality were inspected, and nothing dangerous was found. Now, officials believe the mystery odor was intentional and say Lewis was behind it.
Well, now Lewis is due back in court next month, and that's Alexis Cooper from our sister station reporting. Well, today in North Charleston, the Girls in Aviation Day taking off without a hitch. The event looking to inspire young girls into the field of aviation and featured resources for them to learn. Cameron Limes from our sister station spoke with organizers and has more.
Yeah, I want to be a health pilot.
Inside a warm hangar, families learning about all aspects of aviation.
We're all capable, and I think it's really important to go for your goals and your dreams and just take a shot at it.
It's awesome to have it in an actual aircraft hangar and have them come up to an aircraft and actually be able to go into one of our aircraft.
The Girls Aviation Day looking to inspire and teach everyone about all things aviation.
This is exactly what Girls in Aviation is all about. Is bringing that platform to the forefront where everyone can get exposed to it more and more and more.
Historic organizations helping the next generation of pilot.
We use the history and the legacy to give the kids opportunities.
But aviation is about more than flying aircraft.
And STEM careers is way beyond just aviation, but it gives them, a opportunity to see women, that are doing well in their careers and someone to inspire to be like.
Out of all pilots, only 6% are women and less than 1% of women of color.
It's definitely a low number with women in aviation, and I think things like this is really helpful to get people to learn and to join aviation eventually, especially with the younger generation and learning about it.
And for girls like Ava who want to fly one day, well, she has a message.
Go for your dreams. Do what you want and don't let people take down your dreams.
From our sister station reporting. Now back in the Grand Strand, pilots to the rescue transported 19 rescue dogs from Georgetown up to New Jersey. The furry friends will have a second chance at finding forever homes after dealing with terrible situations of abuse and neglect. Now, Pilots to the Rescue has been working since 2015. The nonprofit takes animals from overcrowded shelters in southern states like the Carolinas, Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky, and others to shelters up north in places such as New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. While on Saturday, President Donald Trump escalated his push to take Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan from the Taliban. The president issued a warning to the Taliban on social media and said if the base is not returned to the United States, there would be stark consequences. The president did not specify what those consequences would be. Now, Mr. President Trump publicly spoke about his administration's desire to reclaim the base after he met with reporters in Britain several days ago now. But sources tell CNN those discussions began last March. The Taliban took the base over when the Afghanistan government collapsed and the U.S. military withdrew from the country in 2021. And the Trump administration says a deal to keep TikTok operating in the United States should be complete in a few days. A group of U.S. investors will own 80% of the app. Some of the investors include Oracle, Andreessen, Horowitz, and Silver Lake. Chinese investors will own the remaining 20%. Now, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said Saturday under the proposed plan, the United States will control over the social media app's algorithm. She also said the United States will hold 6 of 7 company board seats. Last year, Congress passed a bill that banned the popular social media app in the United States over national security concerns. Now, the bill stated TikTok would no longer be available in the U.S. unless China sold it to the United States. President Trump delayed implementation of the bill several times until the U.S. could work out a deal with China.
Well, let's take a quick look at the tropics. We got Tropical Storm Gabrielle still out there. Wind speeds of 65 miles an hour, gusts up to 75, and we are expecting this to become a hurricane sometime soon, likely either overnight tonight or by tomorrow. But it is expected to miss all land masses. Bermuda might get a little bit of rain and wind out of this, but they will be missing the brunt of the impacts. And then we got another area that we are keeping an eye on just behind it, coming off the coast of Africa, 20% chance of development over the next 7 days. But this one is going to be interesting because some of the models actually bring this pretty close to the East Coast. So that's definitely something that we will have to keep our eyes on. But even then, it's still about 10 to 12 days out from any impacts to us if it were to even make it. But closer to home, overnight tonight, we are expecting mostly clear skies, temperatures falling back into the low and middle 60s overnight tonight. Then by tomorrow, it's looking much better than today. We will see our fair share of sunshine and a few passing clouds at times. So any outdoor plans, maybe you're heading out to the Greek festival, plans are looking good to go. Ignore that bottom line. I didn't change it. Oops. But anyways, Future Watch is showing some clouds passing by at times tomorrow. Maybe a few showers trying to develop across the upstate or the CSRA, but I think the Midlands will stay mostly dry. Just a few clouds passing through at times. Overnight, we will clear out nicely. Some patchy fog may try to develop into early Monday morning, but that should lift out. We should see more sunshine for your Monday afternoon. So rain chances looking low into the start of fall. Fall starts at 2:19 p.m. on Monday. By Tuesday, still staying dry, but we are watching the end of the week for some rain chances, and it is actually looking to be a little bit more concerning than what we were thinking earlier on. We are expecting a higher risk of heavy rain as it stands right now, and depending on how close this warm front is to us and how strong this low actually gets, we could also see some possible severe weather, but that's about 6 days out from now, so we will continue to keep our eyes peeled on that system. But over the next few days, we are looking good to go. Start of fall on Monday. It is going to be hot, about 4 degrees above where we should be this time of the year, but we get warmer from there into Wednesday, going up to 92 degrees, and then those chances of rain start to creep back in by the end of the work week and into next weekend. And once again, we will keep our eyes peeled for a possible severe weather threat.
Welcome into sports. I'm Jared Parker. Today, Clemson football back at home after suffering an upset loss to Georgia Tech. The Tigers at 1-2 looking to right the ship in their young season. The Tigers hosting the Syracuse Orange for another ACC battle. The visitors jumping out in front on the opening drive. Then right after that, they surprised Clemson with an onside kick. Fran Brown taking some risk against the Tigers. Syracuse recovers, adding a field goal, 10-0 Orange early. Clemson finally getting their offense out on the field, and Cade Klubnik happy to have his go-to receiver in Antonio Williams back. He helps them get down the field to set up the big catch by Bryant Wesco Jr. It's 10-7 Syracuse. The Tigers are fighting back. 17-7 later in the second quarter, and 2 questionable roughing the passer calls will have Dabo Swinney fired up. He wants this win. They need this win. The 30 yards gives Syracuse help in getting back into the end zone to make it 24-7 Orange. Clemson goes into the locker room down by 10 after Klubnik finds Adam Randall in the end zone. We head into the break and a weather delay, 24-10. Both teams add a touchdown in the second half. Offensive frustrations for Clemson continuing as they just can't string things together. And Clemson falls to 1-3, losing 34-21 to Syracuse. Our Claire Foley was at Memorial Stadium and has more from the team after the loss.
Head coach Dabo Swinney said earlier this week that the only thing worse than 1-2 is 1-3. And now that's the reality for the Tigers for the first time since 2004 as they fall at home to Syracuse 34-21. After the game, Coach Swinney talked about the frustrations and how his team just isn't able to string together a cohesive and consistent performance.
We just can't seem to get on the same page and play complementary football. You know, we can't seem to get it all together. We kind of work against each other. And, you know, the first half, the D was probably as poor as I've seen. It was really poor, very disappointing. You give up 24 points, you get in a big hole. Offense had a really good rhythm and was rolling, got forward, but we couldn't get the ball. Very limited possessions. So really frustrating first half. Obviously, the surprise on side, they got, 3 points off of that. But the second half, again, just too big a hole. But the second half, the defense was awesome. I mean, they shut them down, 3 points. And obviously, they got the touchdown off the fumble late in the game. But again, we just can't seem to put it together. Offensively, a ton of yards. But, you don't get style points. We got a ton of yards. The name of the game is finishing, in the end zone through the uprights. And we just didn't do that.
The Tigers will have a much-needed bye week coming up this week where they'll look to reset and refocus for the final 8 games left in this season. Next up on the calendar for them, though, is a trip up to North Carolina to visit Bill Belichick's Tar Heels on October 4th. Reporting in Clemson, I'm Claire Foley, Watch Fox Sports.
All right, as for the Gamecocks, they're playing Missouri as we speak. The Gamecocks right now down 26-20 as Mizzou is attempting a field goal. Make sure to tune in to South Carolina Sideline where Matt Dowell and I will break down the game after the game finishes with all of our thoughts. You can find South Carolina Sideline on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, or Apple Music.
Well, a final check of your forecast. We once again are looking good as we start fall. Fall starts at 2:19 on Monday, but it is going to be hot. We're trending in the 90s once again for the middle of the week, 92 on Wednesday. And that's ultimately going to bring us some chances of thunderstorms by the end of the week as our next system starts to work in. But all that heat and humidity that we are going to have ahead of that front is going to fuel a potential of severe weather. It's looking low at this point in time. It is definitely something that we will need to keep our eyes on.
Are you sure it's not summer .2?
Well, this could be our last 90s of the year. This could be.
Okay, could be. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and make sure you tune in tomorrow morning for an episode of Full Measure with Cheryl Atkinson at 10 a.m. We hope to have you back with us again tomorrow night. Sleep well, everyone.
Have a great night.